Going live.
Alrighty.
Yes, welcome all of YouTube. I'm your host, Leon Gunstill with...
Soul of a Gamer.
And...
That Norwegian guy.
Okay, usually we are always when we do these live streams, a lot of us, we talk about the whole Gamergate issue, but this time I decided I wanted to try something way different with my channel. I've been doing nothing but Gamergate for the last 3 months, actually 6 months now on my channel for the most part. So I decided I want to go back into gaming news and stuff like that. So that's what this video series is going to be called, This Week in Gaming. But this time, this episode is not going to be just last week. It's going to basically be the last month from February, partly January, February, and the beginning of March. First week of March, basically. I'm covering those parts, and it's going to be every Thursday. So let's get this thing started. First topic I want to talk about. There are two topics. First, I'm going to talk about Grand Theft Auto 5. First one is the delay. That they delaying it till April, I think it's 10th. Give me a second here.
Yeah, 14th.
April 14th. Yeah, April 14th. They're delaying Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PC till April 14th, and it's basically another month. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, I'll just
I'll
defer to
go
my
for-
friend at the moment, unless you want me to go first.
Go right.
Uh,
Either one, whoever wants to go
No, I
first.
can. I think it's a good thing. I think it's this is an open world game, and I'm sure they wanted to fix and polish the game as much as they can. I personally have no problem with it whatsoever. I think it's a good thing that they are trying to make sure that this release is as polished as it can get.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no problem waiting another month because there's so much stuff coming out now in March, anyways. And I have a lot of games to play and a lot of backlog. So for me personally, I have no problem with it.
Yeah, and you're up.
Game
So,
developers and publishers have been releasing games too early for quite a long time now. And it's been destroying the game experience. It's been destroying the game's ratings. The early ratings are important because it affects later game sales. This whole idea of delaying the game, people are going to remember a great game that was delayed for a few months versus a game that was released on time, ended up being shit to everybody.
okay.
It ends
I
up
would
being-
like to... Oh, yeah, go right ahead. Continue.
Yeah, if it ends up being shit, I mean, nobody's going to remember it. Nobody's going to want to recommend it. And people are going to be like, well, that was just bad.
Uh-huh.
And it's been going
sorry.
on for too long. It's been going on for too long. And we need to start accepting that delays are going to happen and accept that as usually a good thing.
Yeah, the things I'm thinking of with games that have been notorious for delaying. Kingdom Hearts 2, you guys all know that game.
Yes.
The delays
Yeah.
that game faced. There were so many that it makes Grand Theft Auto for PC look like a cakewalk when it comes to delays. But that game, when it came out, it was so well done that it was one of the best in the series I've ever played, was the second one. So I happen to think that, yeah, delays are good. So what game would you rather remember? A game like a glitched out game like gotta think of a good one here.
Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4, or would you remember Kingdom Hearts in like 10 years? Which one are you going to remember? Kingdom Hearts 2 or Battlefield 4?
Exactly. It's going to be Kingdom Hearts 2. Because
Yes, because that game was delayed until it was perfect.
Yeah, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably one of the few games that I have bought several times over, and it's probably one of my favorite games of all time. I love the Kingdom Hearts series. I cannot wait to see if we can hear any more news on the third one at E3.
I could talk about. It's kind of a rumor, but it was the voice. I'll talk about that one after we're done with the Grand Theft Auto. But yeah, basically we get it like this. Delays are good, basically.
Delays have never ended up making the game worse.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Any others?
Okay. I have one example of a game that is not even out yet that has been delayed because When Battlefield Hardline got into
Yeah.
beta right at E3, the beta was a fucking disaster. It was so
Yeah.
bad. In fact, they pulled the beta and said, "Okay, we need to take a look at this." And then the recent beta was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
It ran well. It was probably the best beta I had played in a long time. It ran well. It was well optimized. Did not have any issues that I encountered. Uh, I was shocked, genuinely
Yeah.
shocked. I mean, positively shocked. So I'm actually more interested in Hardline now than I was. So
Yeah, Battlefield Hardline kind of gave me sort of a feel of like a mixture of Payday meets Battlefield. And maybe
it's
not
it's fu-
exactly
it's
like Payday, but Payday 2, but
and
it's
I am a
little
little
bit.
curious. And I am a little curious to see. I mean, I know a lot of people are really fearful when it comes to Star Wars Battlefront, which will be out before the movie.
If
And
if if EA does a good job on Battlefront like they did with Hardline, if they actually work at Battlefront really well and don't rush it, I'll be fine with it. And they have quite a while. They have a full year to work on it.
to October, I think,
Yeah, and they already have the engine for it too. So
because they want, as I remember, they want Battlefront out before the movie comes out. So
yeah, I have a feeling that it might be rushed, but we're not sure yet. We only have time to see.
yeah.
But
A quick news update. Apparently, the Halo Master Chief Collection has received a new patch, and this time it actually works, according to several people.
oh, that game is a failure.
And this time it actually works. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. I was looking at how they handled Halo Master Chief Collection compared to how Sony handled The Last of Us. I mean, come on now. The Last of Us Remastered was amazing. Have you guys ever played that one yet?
I put
Oh,
Last
yeah.
of Us, yes.
I
It was a beautiful game. They improved the visuals really well. And
It's my favorite game on two systems, actually.
mhm. Yeah, they perfected it really well, and I agree with Angry Joe's outcome of the review of the game. He gave it a 10 out of 10. Something you would never expect that guy to give. And I think that was like one of the yeah.
It's a damn good game. I
Definitely
mean,
worth a really good score. It's definitely one of those games that are worth a good score. It's not going to appeal to everybody, but the amount of people it's going to appeal to on average is just.
Mm-hmm.
That game has this kind of appeal. It's like a movie that you really love. You're gonna play through it once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because
basically,
because you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And the
go ahead.
multiplayer isn't that bad either. So
it's one of those games that are gonna have haters. There are
Yeah.
going to be haters of the game that simply just don't enjoy the game for what it is. But the majority of the audience is going to enjoy it really, really well.
mm-hmm.
And
I think
go for it.
I think the hardest part for Naughty Dog. I mean, they are gonna make a sequel to it. I think that is a given. And I think the hardest part for Naughty Dog is to try to make a sequel to that game. I feel really sorry for the guys at Naughty Dog who has to create a sequel to that game because wow, there's you're gonna have to do a lot to top that.
Give me a second here. I have to go grab something. Continue talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
truly believe that the idea behind the whole experience with The Last of Us is something that so many people can enjoy that the few haters among it are going to be the far and few between.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about I've been discussing Uncharted 4 with a lot of people as well, and a lot of people seem to be worried that this game will not be the globe-trotting experience as the previous games, that we will be stuck on this island for this entire time, and I'm not really sure where they're going with Uncharted as of right now. I'm not even sure if it's coming out this year.
What? What's not coming out this year? Just
Uncharted 4.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not sure when that game is coming out. They haven't given much details on Uncharted 4, but there's a rumor. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, before I go on to the second part of Grand Theft Auto, that I want to talk about. Speaking of the voice actor for Goofy, he said he finished all of the voice acting for the game Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh wow!
Did he say it in his Goof?
He said it might be. He says he's not sure, but it might be released pretty soon. I'm not sure. This is just rumors right now, but it's just speculation right now, rumors. But he said he finished all his voices, and for everybody that's never played Kingdom Hearts or oblivious to how the game actually works, Goofy is the most voiced character in the game. He talks more than Sora does, and Sora's the main character. Him and Donald talk the most. When it comes to voice lines, I think Goofy has the most voice lines in the game. So when the voice actor for Goofy says he's finished with his voice lines, they're not that far off of. They're not that far from being finished with development-wise.
I expect something at E3.
Yeah, I do too. It
will be shocking. I mean, they may wait until Tokyo Game Show, but I'd be really surprised if they don't talk about it at E3.
They revealed some at E3 when they revealed the PS4 and Xbox One in 2013. They revealed it at E3.
Oh God, the whole Square Enix Final Fantasy VII trolling. Oh my God.
That if they keep that up, the only thing they have left is Kingdom Hearts.
I love the picture. The first picture that came up after that trolling announcement was essentially a picture of the guy, of the head of the Square Enix with him standing like, "Please be excited." Picture of him.
Damn it, Square Enix! Stop messing with us. Release.
Even if you don't want to release the game, even if you guys have a problem releasing the game, say you don't want to say you have no plans on making a new one. Stop screwing with us.
They have no plans.
Yeah, they should just come out and say that. They did that test in E3 2005, I think. No, 2005, E3 2005. They did that with the PlayStation 3 tech demo of Final Fantasy VII. Now we're on the PS4.
And people have not been shutting up about it ever since.
Yeah,
I mean, it's clearly that people want it, but it's going to be such a massive undertaking for Square to do it.
Yeah, it's going to
take
a long time.
Anyway, Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar. There's been one thing that hell froze over, in my opinion, what they finally said. Heist is going to be released on the 10th of March this month. Next Tuesday. Heist finally has a release date next Tuesday.
Is this online?
This is Heist for online.
Okay.
The one they've been promising us since the release of the game. They finally gave us a release date. They've given us times where they say we think we're going to release in fall, we think we're going to release in spring, we're planning on releasing in spring, and they haven't brought it to us yet. But now we actually have an actual date where they released it to us, and they haven't delayed it at all anytime soon. So we might be able to get it. I'm not sure yet. This kind of looks like a probability. I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it isn't, but it's a probable chance that there might be a release of GTA 5 or GTA Online Heist. And have you guys seen the new Heist trailers yet for it?
No.
They look awesome.
I suck it. I am so awful in GTA Online. I am horrible at it.
Yeah, I'm on the PS4 all the time, and I am at a very high level, and everybody is saying I had a clan long ago, but I don't have them anymore. And I'm just saying, get new heist crewmates and stuff.
Well,
I'm
thinking. I didn't pick up GTA 5 for the PS4, but if I do, I can probably add you if you wanna do some missions or something.
Yeah, me and JT are online, and you could to bring your PS3 data, your PS3 progression. So, yeah, me and JT.
I have hardly any progression, so you're dealing with a newbie.
Oh, yeah, me, JT. I've teamed up with Queenie a few times, so yeah. But Heist, there's a problem with Heist. We've been promised it so many times and stuff, but we never had a trailer for it until just recently in December when they finally released a trailer for it. We never had that. We never knew what Heist was going to look like. And I liked how Lester actually said in the gameplay footage, he said, you've been asking for this for a long time, but I still don't think you're ready like that. Basically doing a crack at the fact that Heist people have been asking for Heist for so long. They were doing a crack at themselves for delaying it for so much. He didn't think we were ready yet for it. Is basically how they put it in the trailer. And there's a lot of things. I've been hearing from like YouTubers like Dom is Live and other people saying that there are things like the Prison Break mission, for instance. You have new types of vehicles, and I mean a lot of new vehicles. This is a full-scale DLC that like Activision would try to force us to pay $30 for, and they're giving it to us for free. So I have no complaints about the DLC of Heist. I have no complaints at all. And like how we always said, what would you rather have? A game that's released really early and incredibly crap, or a game that's released late but incredible?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I hope they succeed. I hope it will turn out good. I'm still on the fence when it comes to buying the PS4 version because I'm really just waiting for the PC version, but I might get it on the PS4. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Really, I'm waiting for the PS4 to come up with games that are worth purchasing the system for. I mean,
yeah, there are a few games like Last of Us Remastered. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
But all they did that for was because a lot of Xbox fans bought PS4s instead of Xbox Ones, and they went like, okay, I'm too tired of hearing them say, oh, we want to play Last of Us. Come on, let us play Last of Us. And they just said, like, fine, and they gave us The Last of Us Remastered.
But what I love about the remastered, it wasn't just a direct port. They also touched up on a lot of things. You know, the whole 60 frames per second and 30 frames per second option, which I felt was I thought that was a nice thing to do. I really feel like they put in a lot of effort into it.
Yeah. That's that's one of the best things about those games is they will put if you ask, they will do incredible things with the game. How do I put this? They will do things with the games that if it's a very successful series like The Last of Us, they'll do incredible things with it. Like they'll give us they'll add the realism 100%. They'll make it much more darker. They'll add better textures and stuff. Which they did. They added better textures. Lighting features were improved tenfold.
There was one thing that I wanted to say. This concerns Uncharted a little bit. I was speaking to somebody about. I remember I was watching the E3 press conference when they showed off Uncharted 2 back in the day, and I remember how everybody was blown away by that demo, and even the Uncharted 3 demo that was shown a couple of years later on the ship. How everybody was blown away at E3 by that demo. And then you had the demo that was shown on last year's E3 of Uncharted 4. Man, that demo was so underwhelming compared to the other demos of other Uncharted games, I felt.
The one thing about the PlayStation 3, what made The Last of Us far more beautiful than most Xbox games. What made The Last of Us far more beautiful than Uncharted 2, 3, and 3 is the fact that the PlayStation 3 had the cell processor along with the graphics card. They had the cell processor, and that's what made the PlayStation 3 so powerful. The games were far more superior than anything on the Xbox 360 when it came to gameplay footage, or when it came to gameplay mode.
Yep.
Because when you buy a game system, or when you have the cell processor, it adds an extra amount of power, and it makes the game far more beautiful, and people love playing those games when they're far more beautiful. And I lost train of thought here for a second. Sorry, guys. Yeah. But yeah, the cell processor was what made Uncharted 3 and Last of Us and Uncharted 2 incredible. And Naughty Dog, they pioneered a lot of things. Like I looked this up, someone actually said, I got an idea, let's do a wave generator. They decided to do this like wave generator instead of doing these animated waves during the ship movement.
And that really shows when you play that level. I mean, you really feel like the boat is rocking in a very realistic form, and that is incredible. I remember playing that for the first time. I was blown away by that.
So I am unsure about Uncharted, but who knows? It might be a good game. Naughty Dog might innovate like they did with The Last of Us, Uncharted 2, and Uncharted 3, and even Uncharted 1 was sort of an innovation in itself.
I just wanted to say, that I was a very happy guy a couple of days ago when they finally announced the Phantom Pain release date. That is probably my most anticipated game this year.
Yeah. Okay. You can talk about that. All right. You can jump on that one.
Yeah. I mean, well, IGN leaked or fucked up when it came to the release date, and they essentially announced that it's going to be September 1st, and that's the release date for the Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain, and which is probably the most anticipated game of this year. And it's a multi-platform game, so it doesn't matter what platform you own, you can play it on the PC. However, the PC version will be 15 days later than the console version, and I think that has to do with potential piracy issues, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they have the ability to do what like Greenheart Games did with Game Dev Tycoon, where they could just basically punish pirates instead of they won't get the complete game. They'll get like something wrong with it, like Ubisoft did with Far Cry 4, where they took out the field of view. I mean, could you imagine that, where they take away stuff like settings and stuff? You have to get them in an update. I get it, people don't like updates, but if I'd rather have an update instead of I'd rather have the update for a game instead of having DRM.
Yeah, but Ubisoft's DRM have never been successful because they only fucked up for the people who actually bought the game legally.
Yeah.
Pirates didn't have any problems playing it.
No, actually, it was much easier to pirate the game than it was to buy it, because you had to be always online for Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, that should be.
That was the biggest mistake ever, and they tried doing that with the Xbox One, and we found out what happens when you do DRM. If they wouldn't have gotten rid of Matic when they did, could you imagine how badly... Matrick, that's his name, Matrick. I always think of someone else. Matrick, yes. If they wouldn't have gotten rid of Matrick when they had the chance, how much of a failure the Xbox division would have been.
Well, Phil Spencer really came in and saved the whole day. I mean, he's made a couple of mistakes, but I think his heart is in the right place. I think that he got to take more command over the Xbox division. I think he wanted to run it the way he wanted to run it, and he has a lot of improvements have happened. I mean, I own both consoles, and I you look at the fanboy war that is never ending between these two consoles. Yeah, I mean, I was watching a guy on YouTube yesterday. He's a guy who has a channel that is dedicated to sucking Microsoft's dick. I'm not going to mention his name, and I'm not going to, because this guy was essentially just, Sony is shit, Sony is shit. That was basically all he was saying the entire time. And when people started pointing out Microsoft's fuck-ups, he was like, no, that's Sony lies. I was like, okay.
Oh god, that's like a right versus left in gaming. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was like, oh god. And this guy was not a 14-year-old boy. This guy was in his late 30s, I think.
Yeah, I've seen several people acting like that. One in particular, he thought, I'm not gonna give his exact YouTube name.
No.
But yeah.
Hello.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm typing something in. I'm trying to get Lisa's interest in joining, but I'm telling her right. I'm trying to get Lisa to join in.
Come in, Georgia girl.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, I came across several Xbox fanboys. This one who made his channel when everybody still thought it was gonna be called the 720, and that's what was in his channel's name was 720 instead of Xbox One.
You just had to mention him, didn't you?
Yeah,
that was the guy I was talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know.
Quit finding out the hardcores of the hardcores. Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that was the guy, and I was like, really? Really? So, I mean, he was like, he was at one point, basically, he accused Sony of stealing Sony of stealing the Blu-ray technology from Microsoft, and people was like, no.
Sony invented that technology. That was Sony's proprietary technology. I wish Microsoft stole it. I wish Microsoft could have had it for the Xbox 360. That means the 7th gen games would have had more data in them. Let me tell you something about the proprietary PlayStation 3 games. When I downloaded them from the PSN, the proprietary PlayStation 3 games were how do I put this? The proprietary PlayStation 3 games were 14 gigabytes. The cross-console games were 4 to 7 gigabytes.
There was only one game. There was one game on the PS3 that was actually over 50, and that was Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes.
They used a dual-layer Blu-ray disc on that game. It was I think it was the only PlayStation 3 game who actually used that.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game too. All right, gonna send Lisa the link. I thought I already sent her the link, but oh well. I'll send her again. There you go.
All right. Wait. Before she comes in, I just want to say one thing to her.
What?
No, when she comes in, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hopefully she sees that one. What were we saying? Yeah, but the Blu-ray, I wish the Xbox would have had it or something close to it. Something that could have had much more power, because the DVD was obsolete when the 7th gen actually started. DVD was going obsolete when the 7th gen actually started. So, and heck, even the Blu-ray today is obsolete, because we now have Netflix, Hulu, and we're getting our things from the internet. Basically, we're getting our stuff from downloads and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Blu-ray was the Blu-ray. I'm not sure if this is the case, but it sure looks like the Blu-ray will be the last disc-based technology.
It'll be the last anything-based technology that you put into the thing.
Yep, essentially games are going to be going to the digital download phase.
I don't mind digital download. I hate the cloud, though. I tried it once with PlayStation Now, and I hate it. The cloud gaming is stupid. And if they move everything to cloud gaming, I'm just sticking to PC gaming from now on, if that happens.
Essentially, PC gaming is the cloud, though. So
No, but
it's
you could download stuff on your PC.
yes, and that's still part of the cloud. You can still really, it's just a different variation of the cloud. Just hasn't perfected itself on systems yet. Essentially, Steam is the perfection of cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I mean, there's all kinds of rumors, that it's leading up to E3. I mean, you have these hardware announcements that people think there's gonna be another hardware announcement from Nintendo.
The Wii U is doing really well right now I mean, at first they didn't do that well, but then when they started releasing the first-party games, they were doing incredible.
Hello, gamer girl.
How's it going?
What's up? Oh my God! Last night.
Go home, gamer girl.
I am home. It's called the internet.
Yeah, it's called the internet. Yeah, internet is home. Okay, before we continue on, the first thing we started on was basically we were talking about the release date of the delay of Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PC and the release date. Yeah,
they're doing this again.
They did. They delayed it till April 14th.
Oh, funny enough, that's the same day that the new Mortal Kombat comes out.
Yeah. So they delayed it for April 14th, and they also released. They finally gave us a release date for Grand Theft Auto Online's heist mode.
I will say that is actually a few days before my birthday, and my birthday's April 17th, so I'm really wanting to. Honestly, if I had to pick, I really want to play the new Mortal Kombat over GTA 5. That's just me. That's my personal opinion.
All right. Well, that's what we were basically talking about. Now we're back to what were we talking about now?
Before we go any further, I just want to say that because I know people are still talking about Tim Schafer's crap from last night. Hey guys, apparently this is what a sock puppet looks like and sounds like. Right, Timmy?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
All right. Okay. We're talking about the gaming news of everything about the gaming news and all the industry and stuff. So we were in the topic of what were we still talking about again? The PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, I started off by talking about the release date for Metal Gear: The Phantom Pain, which is out on September 1st, and I am fucking excited. I am very excited actually about that game.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play Metal Gear Solid. I played parts of 4, but I just didn't get that interested into it. I'm not
log off the stream immediately and go play it.
Yeah,
I have to get it. I'm gonna try it.
The ending of 4 will make you cry.
Right.
I
swear. I have to get it, but I haven't had the chance right now. I had a lot of other games I had to try, and I keep forgetting to buy Metal Gear Solid 4. The first time I bought the PlayStation 3 was in 2011. I was a PC gamer before that and stuff, and I had enough of PC gaming ever since the DRM hit in 2010. Ever since the DRM was starting, like in 2009, I went like maybe I'll give it a year and stuff like that. And after 2 years, I had enough. Give me a second here. Oh, have to take this call. Wait a second. Keep on talking.
All right.
Yeah, so and then we started talking about, essentially a little bit about the fanboy war that has been happening between Microsoft and Nintendo and Sony fanboys, and there was this and then there was a guy online that I didn't want to give his name at first, who was basically a guy in his 30s talking like a 14-year-old boy who was attacking Sony for everything and praising Microsoft at every turn. And it turns out the guy that Leon was talking about was the same fucking person.
Oh, wow. I will say this much. I like Microsoft for what it is. I have a Windows phone. I have Windows 7 as my OS. But as far as actual consoles go, I've always preferred PlayStation. That's just me.
Oh, see, here's my thing: is name 5 games that are worth buying the Xbox One for right now.
The new Halo, and that's about it. That's the only game you would ever buy an Xbox for, and then after you're done with the Xbox, you just sell the game and go back to playing either Nintendo or in PlayStation 3 games.
Well, I read somewhere that Xbox is actually the #1 console for watching porn on. So
Yeah, currently the Xbox has nothing for games, pretty much. It's just kind of there.
Porn, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Inside
which is all fine and good, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. The Xbox One, I admit, has a lot more like app features and stuff, like more TV stuff oriented, like entertainment stuff. But
if I wanted to watch TV, I'd watch TV or watch Netflix.
Yeah, I would just flip on Netflix, which is already on the PS4 anyway. So I don't give a care.
I mean, we're watching Netflix right. Well, Ty's watching Netflix right now. But mainly, I mean, the only reason I ever even considered getting an Xbox was because I heard that for a little while the new Tomb Raider game was going to be an Xbox exclusive. I've heard it was
timed.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah, and when I heard it was a timed exclusive, I actually felt better. Same with Fallout 4. I kept hearing rumors it was going to be an Xbox exclusive. I was just praying and hoping it wouldn't, and then people came out and said, no, it's coming out on the PS4 as well. Awesome.
They would never make it just exclusively to Xbox because right now no one gives a care about Fallout for PlayStation or Xbox. Yeah, you might, but most of us PC gamers, we get it for the mods. Any Bethesda game out there, we always get Fallout, Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Yeah,
we get them. We got them for the mods.
the main reason why people still play these games heavily is because of the modding scene on the PC versions, and but I would like to say that it's going to be really interesting at this year's E3 since Bethesda has their own press conference this year.
They do?
They got it. They are. Yeah, they do. They have their own press conference.
Yeah, I heard something about it.
Don't say. Please, just. I hope they say something about Fallout. I want to see a Fallout game release. That is the big rumor, and one of the rumors about Fallout is that it's set in Boston, and
I've been hearing that one for a few years now, though. I don't know.
Ever since ever since the voice actor for 3 Dog said 3 Dog might be making a return. That's what I'm hoping for.
He explicitly stated that he was helping out with the next Fallout game, so.
Yeah, so it's either going to take place in the East Coast or 3 Dog is going to go to the West Coast.
I'm also hoping that we will hear about another Elder Scrolls game.
Oh, that would be nice.
Elder Scrolls Online has been a fucking disaster, and they know it.
Too many rumors about something called Argonia, something about the Argonia area where the next Elder Scrolls is taking place. Those are rumors. I don't think they're true or not. I think they just might be trolls trying to get at us, but I've been hearing so much crap about that, and I'd just like to say to everybody, if you hear anything like that, take it with a grain of salt, because I haven't heard anything from Bethesda yet about it.
Yeah, until we hear something from the guys behind the game, just kind of, here's the thing, though. There have been a few things that people have created, whether it's urban legends or rumors or whatever for games, that I kind of want to see implemented. I'm not going to lie. I really like the, I don't know if I'd call it a creepypasta or a fan theory or whatever, concerning the number stations in Fallout 3. They're fake. They are fake, but it actually kind of got me into looking into actual number stations. I kind of want to see it done in a Fallout game. That would be pretty interesting, honestly.
What, the number stations? Yeah. Oh yeah, Fallout 3 where you go under the radio towers.
Yeah, there's rumors that you have to kill. Apparently, you have to kill 3 Dog. From what I understand, that's one of the things you have to do. And then every now and then,
what happens when you kill 3 Dog is a female from the Brotherhood of Steel takes over and says, we have to find a replacement for Three Dog. I'm sorry, like that. That's all she does.
Yeah, I mean, Ty killed Three Dog when he was playing the game, so yeah, I saw that. But I mean, it is interesting. I think that all the crap of they predicted certain deaths or whatever, that's a little BS. But considering that the main theory behind actual number stations is it's a way for spies to get their instructions and whatnot, I do think it would be actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, and
instead of getting Ron Perlman as the narrator guy, we have to get Mickey Rourke to do the narration. Like,
No. Ron Perlman is perfect as a narrator, and I will be pissed if anyone replaces him. I don't care who it is. If anyone replaces him, I'm going to be pissed. He's been one of the big voices from the beginning.
Yeah, war never changes. When he says that,
it's a Fallout game.
Yeah, it's a Fallout game. Whenever you hear the words war never changes. And then you see a destroyed town in the background. That is by far, and I think the best one out of all of them was Fallout 3's.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas was just plain. I mean, yes, New Vegas was a much more in-depth game. It's like Obsidian. They take the game and stuff, and they don't do much with the story, but they will improve it like 100% with like everything you get to do. They did this with Knights of the Old Republic 2. Obsidian, who did Fallout New Vegas, also did Knights of the Old Republic 2. The thing they didn't do that much with the story, but they did something.
It had a story. It had a story.
It wasn't that good of a story. It wasn't that good of a story. They didn't do much with the story of Knights of the Republic, but they took like customization. You had the ability to make new weapons and stuff. They added whole new features to it and stuff, and that's what made Knights of the Old Republic 2 better in gameplay wise.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Obsidian, when they work with somebody who is able to write a good story, they can make one hell of a game. Look at South Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
But New Vegas, it was like Fallout 3, but they made the guns more realistic. They added, from someone I know a lot about firearms and stuff from being raised around them. I know the types of ammunition, the types of powder, magnum rounds, and shotguns and stuff like that. And the fact that they actually did all those little things with the ammunition itself compared to Fallout 3. Yeah, they took away the railway gun and the rocket launcher, which I loved.
Yeah.
Modders added it back in though.
Yeah, we got it back in with the modding community.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that this is something that is kind of considered gaming news, because I consider modding gaming. I will put that in this video. I do consider mods gaming related because it's modding a game. There's a group of people called Project Brazil. Have you ever seen this mod for Fallout New Vegas?
I've heard of them. But...
Oh, it is an incredible mod. These group of people wanted to create a backstory for the Courier in Fallout New Vegas, and you start out in this bunker, this vault, and when it comes around to it, I'm not going to leave much spoilers, but the Enclave has something to do with the vault's destruction, and that was the first part, and now they're coming up with like part 2, the final part. Nice. And what I'm seeing from the development notes, it looks amazing. They have the whole San Bernardino area of California.
Ooh.
They have the new California Republic and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. For me personally, New Vegas was pretty to look at, and yeah, they did make a few things look more realistic. Story-wise, though, it's I don't know. I mean, the graphics weren't as great with Fallout 3, but I could really get into the storyline. So
I think one of the moment in Fallout 3, which is probably my favorite moment, is at the very beginning of the game. Is when you first step outside of the vault.
Oh yeah.
That moment
where you're out of this clean vault, you go through that cave, you leave the cave, and you walk outside, and even when you step out of the vault door in the cave, you see the skeletons with the picket signs saying "We're dying, you assholes," and then you walk out of that cave and you look out. Here's another piece of gaming idea that I got. They've updated just recently Tele2 Wastelands, where they took Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. You have to have both complete copies, and they combine them together so that you start out with Fallout 3. And their idea, instead of Project Brazil is the Courier was from a vault in San Bernardino area, but this one, it was the Courier is also the Lone Wanderer, and the Lone Wanderer made it to the New Vegas Wasteland.
That is
the
pretty
Mojave
cool.
Wasteland.
Yeah, what they essentially did was basically they combined both games, so you didn't have to. It was a hell of a mod they made. I mean, they were talking about. They are doing something similar to Skyrim actually, because somebody is currently they're remaking Morrowind in the Skyrim
heard
engine.
about
Oblivion.
that,
They're
actually.
doing
And they
Oblivion
have-
as well with Skyrim. They're doing both Oblivion and Morrowind.
But Morrowind is where they have gotten the furthest, and they will be done with the Morrowind thing pretty soon, and they will basically incorporate that into Skyrim, so you can travel from Skyrim to Morrowind and experience the entire.
Yeah, even though Skyrim and Morrowind are like hundreds of years apart, I think. The events of Skyrim are like hundreds of years ahead of like Oblivion, Morrowind, all those games. They're like, it's like in a different era. Skyrim is. So,
yeah, but I'm sure they will have the lore.
Yeah, they'll probably have like the descendant of them or something like that. The descendant of Heroes Citadel or something like that. So yeah, but Tele2 Wasteland. Okay, go right ahead.
I just had one thought. How awesome would it be if they basically created a Doc Brown NPC that comes running towards you at the border of Morrowind? You have to come back with me.
Oh my god. You know what? That would be one of the least strangest things I've ever seen. Oh my god. Oh god. I can't be on too long, but I did want to say, and I sent this to you on DM earlier. For those that don't know, Unreal Engine 4 is now 100% free. You can go to the website now and download it. I already got it. I'm waiting on it to finish installing. So 100% free, and yeah.
You have to get a stream. But I was going to say something about the Project Tele2 Wastelands to you. They take Fallout 3 and they put it in the Fallout New Vegas engine. They have all the mechanics from New Vegas in Fallout 3. So everything that's good for New Vegas is in Fallout 3.
Ooh, okay. If you could get a link for that and DM it to me, I definitely want to.
It's on the Nexus. It's on the Nexus.
No, it's not on the Nexus. It's called Tele2Wastelands.com.
Like I said, if you could just DM me the link. Thanks for having me on. What little bit of time I was able to be on, but have fun,
thanks
guys.
for joining up with us. See
All
you
right.
later.
Later.
Okay, bye. Okay.
Goodbye, gamer girl.
Yay. Here we go. Alright. There's the Lisa already leave? Oh, she did. Okay, here we go. There's a link to the website if any of you guys are interested. Come on! Oh, there it goes.
What kind of processor do you have?
What?
Leon, what kind of you said your processor is shit. What kind of processor do you have?
Right now I have an HP computer my mom got for me when my gaming PC crashed. Yeah, I know. Is right. I told her get something that I could upgrade, and she didn't. She got something that looks like it's an upgradable PC, but when I opened it up, it had a micro ATX motherboard with an integrated graphics processor, APU, with an APU in it, and it just pissed me off.
I used to work at a PC repair shop, and we had a storage of old broken laptops that people used to that people just left at us because we said we couldn't fix them. They said, okay, we used to send them to be recycled, that kind of thing, and all of them were HP.
Oh yeah, they're crap.
We had a.
I get it. I tried to pull my hard drive from this HP into my new gaming PC. I thought, hey, maybe it'll work. It's a proprietary piece of shit, and I can't pull the hard drive.
It's like what Apple did. It's like what Apple did with their hard drives in the MacBooks. They're essentially glued into the fucking machine. You can't change the hard drive anymore.
Yeah, I actually could pull a hard drive out, but when I put it in, it failed to recognize the HP parts that were inside. So, yeah.
You need to dismantle the entire drive to make it work. I mean, it's unbelievable that they can get away with this.
So I have to buy a brand new brand new hard drive and a brand new operating system. So that's gonna be another month away from me doing that.
I do not have a desktop computer at the moment. I have an Asus G70 gaming laptop.
Oh, I have an Asus as well. I finally got it working again, but it's too old. Yeah, it has an Intel dual-core processor in it, which is pretty nice, and an ATI graphics card. That's how old it is.
Yeah, I'm running a i7 Force i7 processor with a 860 GTX.
Yeah, right now with my new thing, it's an AMD 6-core Black Edition processor, which runs at 3.5 gigahertz and 4 gigahertz on overclock, and 970.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have that, and I have an 8 gigabyte RAM chip inside it. So I have a lot of power. Yeah. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, Sony Online Entertainment. That was another thing I was going to talk about today. You guys heard about that, right?
Yeah.
Are you there, Sol? Hello? Oh.
Hello.
Sol must have went quiet for a second. Yeah, I heard about this news from what's it called? Shit.
PlanetSide 2?
Yeah, I was looking at PlanetSide 2 information. Sony Online Entertainment has been sold. We all knew about that. Everyone's heard about that and stuff. But yeah, so Sony has finally sold their online entertainment business, and the Sony Online Entertainment, which basically means all their MMOs and stuff like that, like PlanetSide 2, EverQuest, what's it called? H1Z, is that what it's called?
Yeah, H1Z1.
H1Z1, yeah, and PlanetSide 2, DC Universe Online, all those games, and a lot of us who are fans of PlanetSide 2, I am especially a fan of that game. We were all concerned about it because I've been waiting for it to be released on PlayStation 4, but now I'm not sure if it will or not.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they signed a deal to keep keep the release on the PS4 still as a viable option. But yeah, I mean, no one really knows at this stage.
Yeah, we don't know. And then I found out that they're actually laying workers off. They said it was Daybreak Studios, which it's now called, said they're laying workers off to keep alive, to stay afloat.
This is not good news.
No, it's not. And several people from PlanetSide 2's development team were laid off. So what is that going to mean? Are they going to hire freelancers to come in and screw the game up and work on it for terrible pay? Or people that were actually...
Yeah, I mean, this could go either way. Either they will get something, either this will go well for them, or this will be a total disaster. I mean, I'm not really sure which is which. We don't really know too much yet. I think it's too early to make a speculation about it. We just need to see what happens. And yeah, but it's going to be very hard for the people who are fans of PlanetSide and enjoy that game to basically just have to sit and wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
I hope they don't screw it up because there's too many people who enjoy playing it.
Yeah, I do too. I enjoy PlanetSide too, and I've been waiting for it to pull PlayStation 4 because my PC isn't that good to have it on full max settings. So,
Yeah.
and if PlanetSide 2 does get released to the PlayStation 4, I'm just wondering how the quality of it's going to be. I've been asking to run on the beta of it, but they will never give me a beta key. That's one thing I always wanted, was to be a beta tester for PlanetSide 2, but they would never let me. I don't think they... Yeah, so it's going downhill fast, and we're not sure how it's... I'll look up right now and see how that's going. I should have looked that up before this. But yeah, what do you think is going to happen with PlanetSide, DC Universe Online, and so forth, and H1Z1?
Yeah, man, looking at the other SOE games that have come out, one of the most successful games they ever had was shut down and replaced by what many people feel to be an inferior game, and that is Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh, yes.
People fucking hated the Old Republic, and a lot of people want Galaxies to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fuck up number one, in my opinion. No, actually, it's the second fuck up they did. Closing the game was the second fuck up. The first fuck up was when they changed the gaming rules in Star Wars Galaxies. That made a lot of people hate it.
Oh, what kind of rules did they change?
They basically changed the entire leveling up system. They removed the intricate skill system, and that a lot of people enjoyed, and deleted characters. Because there were too many Jedis, people who used the Jedi class, so they basically decided to delete hours of gameplay from people, and a lot of people basically said, fuck that.
Yeah. I'm not hearing much from PlanetSide 2 at all, but one of my concerns is it's a good thing that it's not under Sony's control anymore to some point, so that they can actually try it on other consoles to see how it'll work. But in the same reason, what's going to happen when the company itself, how do I put this? I lost train of thought again. What happens when they hire freelancers to do the work?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that could happen is that Microsoft picks them up.
Oh.
And that will make, PlanetSide 2 will still be available for the PC, but it will also become a Xbox One title. For better or worse, so that depends. They could be picked up by Microsoft. They're getting a lot of IPs if they do, and but I'm not sure if they're interested. I'm not really sure if there's enough interest to do it. And Microsoft
there are games that Microsoft attempted to get, like Insomniac made a Crash Override. I haven't heard much about that game. How was it? Was it good or terrible?
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, Sunset Overdrive, that's it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. For my taste, I have the white Xbox 360 that is the Sunset Overdrive bundle, because it was so cheap right before Christmas in Norway. It was like it was less than $150.
Oh man.
I actually like, yeah, I can invest in one of those now. I waited a long time. So I basically just paid that. It was so ridiculously cheap. I just paid the money and I got a console, and it was the cheapest next-gen console I have ever bought. And I have no. Back to Sunset Overdrive. The game itself is pretty funny. It still has that Insomniac humor that you recognize from Ratchet and Clank. It doesn't take itself too seriously at all. It's just a fun game to play. And I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I heard a lot of terrible things about the game, but I'm not sure if those are just trolls or if they're
Pissed off
actual
it.
genuine criticism.
Well,
Yeah, but I'm just more. We all know Ratchet and Clank will never go to the Xbox because that's owned by Sony.
yeah.
So we all know that for fact, and I don't think Insomniac is done working with Sony.
No. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but you know, I mean, the interesting part here is that neither Microsoft's Xbox division or Sony, for that matter, is doing really well right now. They are struggling when it comes to money, and I'm hoping that this year's E3 will be a strong showing for both companies,
if
because
Nintendo shows another strong showing above them, I am gonna buy a Wii U if they do. If they release Star Fox, if they announce Star Fox, a new Star Fox game, or that Legend of Zelda game, if it's coming out within the next year and a half, I will buy a Wii U. I'm being serious here. I will buy a Wii U.
Yeah, so will I, and yeah, and I am but I'm also like, I'm hoping that I'm hoping Microsoft gets their shit together pretty soon when it comes to Halo. I pray that 343 doesn't fuck this up. But there's one little tidbit of news. Apparently, one of the creative art directors for Halo Guardians have left 343. And he used to be a Bungie employee as well, so they lost another of the old Bungie guys.
Oh man, yeah, there have been rumors going around that. There have been rumors going around that, but Microsoft's trying to get Bungie back. I don't think Activision's going to let them go that easy.
Yeah, but looking at how Destiny is doing at the moment, it's not totally unreasonable to think that, because Destiny, while a lot of people claim to love it, has not exactly been the success they have hoped for. It's not a strong IP.
Yeah, but that was more of Activision's fault than Bungie's. Bungie did a good job. They had destroyed all there. Activision destroyed it.
Yeah, and I think honestly, if Bungie ever decided to go back and work with Microsoft and they started working with 343 again, yeah, I think there would be hope. But I don't think the Bungie guys want to keep making Halo games for the rest of their lives either. They want to try out something new, even though Destiny reminds me a lot of Halo in a lot of ways.
Yeah, so that's one of my concerns is I'm not sure of how the next gen consoles will actually survive after after E3. I'm not sure how they'll handle, but who knows, they might work really well.
Well, Sony, Sony is going to be Sony and Microsoft. We already know what Nintendo is going to be showing off this year, and we're hoping to see more of the stuff they promised earlier. But what I'm really interested in seeing is, where does Sony go from here? Where does Microsoft go from here? And how can they get back on track? Because the PS4 has a strong install base. They have a lot of people who own the machines, but so does people when it comes to the Xbox One. Now you need to keep their interest. Now you need to show that you have a strong lineup of games that people actually want to play. And for God's sakes, keep the indie games to a minimum.
Yeah.
It was like Sony's press conference was utter boredom. Because it was like the vortex of boredom. Because it was like, it was all indie games. I was so fucking bored at the end of that PlayStation experience. Like, it was like all indie games. Come on, give us something other than indie games. And Microsoft is doing the exact, and they're doing the exact same thing. With Microsoft is doing the exact same thing as well. We also have indie games. You like indie games, right?
I don't want games made by that crappy what are they called? The indie development. I forgot what they're
The
called.
IGDA.
I don't want IGDA. I don't want crappy games made by the IGDA. I don't want that at all on my PS4.
You mean you
I
don't
won't
want
play
the
'em.
you don't you I'm sorry, I just have to make this joke. So
Go
you don't want
ahead.
you don't want Depression Quest remastered for the PS4
No, I do not.
or Revolution 60 for the PS4 in high definition.
I even think Brianna Wu could see in high definition.
Anyway, so but there's
Like, she
like
couldn't
too
even
much.
probably see in standard def because of how terrible that one game was that Revolution 60 was. So, yeah, I can critique Revolution 60. It looks like a Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah, let's not
looks like
insult the glory.
Yeah.
Let's not insult the glorious 64
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 days.
Yeah. Yeah, but one of my
Yeah.
concerns, I have a lot of concerns here with the gaming industry as a whole. But if they get their act together, they will thrive. But if they don't, they're going to fall. If they
Yeah.
don't, the PlayStation 4, what I have to say is look at GameSpot and Hastings and Best Buy, or no, GameStop, Hastings, and Best Buy. Look at the amount of PlayStation 4 and Xbox Ones being sold, or them buying, people selling the Xbox Ones and PS4s. If they continue that up, people are going to start getting rid of them, saying, I'm just getting rid of this thing. Or look at all the eBay sales that are going to happen.
Yeah.
People aren't going to want to play these games anymore because, let's just face it, if you have a PS4, that's fine. Yeah, you bought a PS4, and we were expecting a lot of games from it, like with the PlayStation Vita. This is one console that I invested into because I had high hopes that they would do something with this handheld, but they screwed up royally with the Vita. They had a chance to make a lot of first-party games for it, and they did. They put Killzone Mercenary on there. And let me tell you something, that was one of the best handheld games I ever played.
Yeah, I own that game. I like it.
Killzone Mercenary, I just recently got rid of that game, but yeah, Killzone Mercenary was the best, one of the best in the Killzone series, and the best handheld first-person shooter I've ever played.
I mean, I like the Vita as a design. I mean, I like the Vita. I still sometimes play games on it. If I actually bought the Grim Fandango remastered.
Yeah.
And I've been playing that on the Vita, and I actually like that. It's nice sitting on the bus playing Grim Fandango.
And Assassin's Creed Liberation was a good title too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Liberation? Yeah, it was Liberation. Assassin's Creed Liberation was a great title, but yeah, they decided that the Vita wasn't profitable, and they stopped, and they didn't give two shits about it anymore. So I'm not sure what's wrong with Sony, why they gave up on the Vita so quickly.
They made the same mistakes as they did with the PSP essentially. Yeah, and the only reason why people still own a PSP is because people figured out to install custom firmwares on that thing.
Yeah, you can't do that with the Vita.
Not yet, anyways. Trust, I believe me, it will happen. And then the Vita will become more relevant again.
Yeah. Okay.
I was at an airport. I was at an airport once, and I heard the Super Mario Brothers theme coming out from a PSP, and I was looking over this. I was looking over this guy's shoulder. Is that fucking Super Mario Brothers on a PSP? Yeah, man, I have the emulator installed. And then he showed me the list of all the games. I was like, okay, where can I find this?
Yeah.
I have an old PSP. I have an old PSP back home that I don't do anything with. And he basically, and as luck would have it, my PSP was the first model that came out and was the easiest one to crack.
Oh, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
Was there,
Let's continue. We could continue this for a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm getting really tired. Not many people are
I'm
watching
still
right now, so I think
no.
we only
Should
have
we just
one
cut it?
viewer. Yeah, let's cut it short. Okay. Yeah. Andre Doll, I'm not sure when he wanted to come on, so I thought I would have it longer, but I'm running on fumes right now. I didn't sleep much last night after getting enraged for what happened.
No, that makes
Okay.
that makes two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now I think we should just end it right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I have no problem.
I'll have one up next week. I'm not sure if it'll be as long as this one or shorter or something. So we'll see you guys next week with another This Week in Gaming. We'll see you later.
Yep. See ya.